A while back I had an HP printer which broke, so I replaced it with an Epson printer, and that also broke. And I decided to replace that with a vintage Apple Stylewriter just because I kind of like the way it looks. It turns out that printing a modern document from that is really complicated, so I thought today I'd do a quick video about how I'm doing that. The printer is a 1994 Apple Stylewriter 2, black and white. It's plugged in by a serial cable to this 1994 Powerbook 540C. That is also plugged into a Ethernet adapter into the AAUI port going to my router down here. And then I have another Ethernet cable plugged into the router running to a 2005 iBook. I picked that because it has built-in Ethernet, which just makes this a little bit easier. I bought this printer on eBay and it came in perfect condition. It was even in the original box with the original manual and paperwork. The file I'm going to be printing is a copy of the brochure for the Stylewriter 2 off of my 2018 MacBook Pro over here, which is just connected by Wi-Fi. The first step is to boot up the Powerbook and the iBook. I'm going to give the Powerbook a head start. Okay. Now that we have these up and running, ignore the screen damage here. The next step is to get the Powerbook on my local network. So we're going to go to Chooser, Apple Share, and type in the IP address of the iBook over here to connect the two. This is the worst keyboard I've ever used. Alright, connect. It's already autofilling my name and password here. Okay. Matt is the folder that we want. And there we go. Now it's connected to the local network. Back on my MacBook Pro here, hopefully that screen reflection is not too bad. I have the PDF document that I want to print. This is the brochure for the Stylewriter. So the only file type that the Powerbook can actually read with the software I have is JPEG. So we're going to have to convert this to a JPEG using this quick converter I got here. We'll just drop that in. JPEG, convert. Alright, we have those two pages converted to JPEG, so next we need to send them to the iBook and then the Powerbook. So we're just going to go to the iBook over here on the network. My folder there, I set up a folder already for the Powerbook, and then we'll just drag and drop those in. Okay, back over here, again, we don't actually have to do anything with the iBook. Since we already have this folder on the desktop here, all we have to do is open it, come right here, and grab these two, and drag them to the desktop. And those are ready to go. To open a JPEG on here, I'm going to use Photoshop. That seems to be the most stable thing. And we will open the first page of that brochure. Takes a few minutes, but that did open. Next step, just to make sure that the size is right, I'm going to go to Image, Size, and we'll make this 8.5 by 11 resolution. Let's make it 360 Actually, you know what, we'll leave that alone. Because that's what it was. Okay. Resize that. You'll see the computer here went to grayscale just because of the size of the file that we opened. And finally, print. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put it in best quality. And this is the part that takes a while. Print. That's weird. That's actually the first time I've had a problem with this printer as far as actually printing the document. It looks like it ran out of ink or something. So we will have to check that out right now. I thought about cutting that part out of the video, but I think I'm just going to leave it in. It turns out that I think this is running low on ink. I pulled the ink cartridge out. Luckily, this printer, when I bought it, came with 3 more still sealed ink cartridges. Now these are about 25 years old, but we're going to see if it still works. With a fresh ink cartridge, we're going to try this one more time. File, print, proceed. I want best quality and print. And now we wait. And there you go. That is what it takes to print from a vintage Apple printer.